In this video, I'm going to show you two ways to do an abutted seam. The first one is without an underlay, and the second one is with an underlay. Now, I am not going to use any special feet because I'm using the 3-step zigzag, which does not pull your fabric. If I was to do a regular zigzag, it would bunch my fabric forward. But because it's that 3-step, it goes like this, it's not going to pull it. So this is without the underlay, and the second one will be with an underlay using twill tape. Now, as you go, you need to watch your hands here and just make sure that when the fabric gets up to your presser foot, that you keep it nice and closed, nice and snugly together without overlapping it. The purpose of this is to be able to join two fabrics together without adding the bulk of a seam. So if you can see it very well. Okay, I guess you can kind of see it there. Anyway, that is the butted seam without the underlay. Now I'm going to show you how to do an abutted seam with an underlay. Unfortunately, I didn't cut my fabrics super straight, so I'm not sure how beautiful they'll be, but I will show you how to do it anyway. Okay, so I am going to align the edge of the fabric roughly down the center of my twill tape. Now your underlay can be a ribbon, twill tape, and another piece of fabric, or even some kind of interfacing. But for this purpose, I'm using my twill tape. Before I go on to the next piece of fabric, I wanted to let you know that an abutted seam is used on fabric that does not fray. So the fact that I'm using a fabric that frays is probably not the best idea, but it gives you the idea of how it's done and what it's used for. Also, you can use, on this one, you could use a straight stitch or you can use a zigzag, and I'll show you what that looks like about halfway down. Now I'm just holding my fingers here because I can feel the tape underneath, and I just want to make sure that I stay on the tape. Now I'm going to switch over to a zigzag, a regular zigzag. And now I'm going to switch over to a 3-step zigzag. Oh, you guys, every seamstress's nightmares end to run out of thread before it's time. Okay, so there's my straight stitch and then my zigzag. You would probably want a wider zigzag if you're going to do it that way. And then you can see the 3-step, but I ran out of thread. There we go. Just as I was starting my 3-step, I ran out of bobbin. So you get the idea on how to do abutted seams. So nice and flat. The twill tape is a little thick, but you, like I said, you could have used another fabric like this and lay it flat underneath. So something to practice and possibly use in one of your next projects.